Are you ready, Leafs Nation? The clock is ticking down to the NHL playoffs, and all eyes are on the heart of our team. Rumors are swirling about a potential blockbuster deal that could change everything. Imagine the excitement if our beloved squad secures a game-changer to bolster our chances for the Cup. Stay tuned as we dive into the latest speculation that has fans buzzing and dreaming of glory. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to keep up with all the transformative news surrounding our Toronto Maple Leafs. As we dive into the latest buzz surrounding the Toronto Maple Leafs, the spotlight inevitably falls on Mitch Marner. He's not just any player. He's projected to be the top unrestricted free agent this summer, and for good reason. With a phenomenal season behind him, the anticipation around his potential contract is palpable. The latest projections suggest that if he hits the market, he could command a staggering $14 million AAV. That's a game-changer for any franchise, and as a fan, I can't help but feel both excitement and anxiety about the implications. Now, let's talk about the playoffs. They're just around the corner, and for Marner, how he performs could influence not only his future but the destiny of the Leafs as well. If he leads the team to a deep playoff run, Toronto may find it harder to let him walk away, especially considering the rumors swirling about his reluctance to waive his no-trade clause. The idea of him leaving the team that he has helped shape into a contender is a tough pill to swallow. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn between wanting him to stay and understanding that sometimes changes are necessary. For growth, the stakes couldn't be higher. The Leafs have a mix of seasoned veterans and young stars, but losing a player of Marner's caliber would undoubtedly set the team back. As fans, we invest our hopes and dreams in this team, and when decisions like this loom over us, it stirs a whirlwind of emotions. It's not just about hockey. It's about the community we've built around this team. The promise of a bright future feels fragile when key players are in limbo. Looking at the rest of the free agency landscape, there are still intriguing names like John Tavares and Brock Boeser who could shake things up. Each decision made now will echo through the halls of Scotiabank Arena for years to come. The Leafs have a chance to solidify their standing in the league, but they must tread carefully. With other teams eyeing their stars, any misstep could lead to a complete overhaul rather than a championship run. In a world where contracts are skyrocketing, acquiring talent that can truly make a difference is becoming increasingly challenging. The league's salary cap is a double-edged sword, and while it keeps things competitive, it also means that a player like Marner could very well test the waters and find himself on a different team come July 1st. That thought is enough to send shivers down the spine of any true Leafs fan. And let's not forget about the emotional weight of potential departures. The likes of Brad Marchand and Sam Bennett may be drawing eyes in free agency, but the heart of this team lies with its core. The decisions made in the next few weeks will not only affect the roster, but will also shape the identity of the franchise going forward. Can we trust that those at the helm understand the gravity of this moment? I, for one, hope they know what's on the line here. Every time I think about the possibility of Mitch Marner leaving, I can't help but reflect on the impact he's had on this team. He's not just a scorer. He's a playmaker, a leader, and a fan favorite. The emotional connection we have with him and the team is what makes being a Leafs fan so special, yet so nerve-wracking. So, what do you think? Are the Leafs making the right moves, or are they risking it all on a high-stakes gamble? I want to hear your opinions down below. The community of Leafs fans is one of the strongest in the NHL. And now is the time for us to come together and voice our thoughts. One of the most impressive plays of the Toronto Maple Leaf season happened last night, and it was captured perfectly from an incredible camera angle. Standing to the left of his goalie, Mitch Marner surveyed the ice with his trademark posture. He spotted Matthew Knies gliding across the ice for just a split second, and without a moment's hesitation, executed a perfectly placed stretch pass. The puck sailed over the stick of a Florida Panthers defender, and landed right on Knies' blade as he skated into open ice. It wasn't offside, it wasn't rushed, it was absolute perfection. That play showcased everything: Marner's vision, the precision of the pass, and the flawless execution. This is the kind of play that sets Marner apart from nearly every other player in the NHL. Few can see such a play developing, and even fewer can execute it as perfectly as he does. This is the kind of moment that emphasizes why Marner deserves every cent of his upcoming contract. As the Maple Leafs gear up for the playoffs, Marner is emerging as a key contributor and a future cornerstone of this franchise. With every game, he's making it more evident why he deserves that hefty contract extension that's likely coming his way this offseason. His overall skill set, leadership, and clutch performances place him among the elite in the NHL. Let's talk about his skill set because it's undeniable. He reads the game and makes plays at high speed. In the recent 3-2 victory over the Panthers, Marner showcased his playmaking ability, assisting on Nye's game-tying goal and scoring the eventual game winner with a wicked one-timer. That goal came at a critical moment, right in the middle of the third period. Marner thrives under pressure. With 93 points, 69 of them assists, this season, Marner has already matched his career record for assists. His versatility shines as he contributes defensively, boasting a +11 rating. This combination of skill, vision, and commitment makes him a rare asset in the NHL. He has the ability to influence the game in multiple ways. And let's not overlook his leadership. It's often underrated. While Marner's offensive numbers continue to climb every season, his leadership on the ice is equally vital. In a season filled with ups and downs for the Maple Leafs, Marner has been a calming presence. Whether he's setting up teammates or making critical defensive plays, his commitment to winning is evident. Last night, the Maple Leafs secured their playoff spot, and Marner's contributions extended beyond goals and assists. His work ethic sets the standard. His ability to elevate his game in critical moments helps lift his teammates' performances. Marner has grown not just as a player, but as a leader. We can only hope the Maple Leafs find a way to re-sign him and solidify his legacy as one of the pillars of this franchise. Once that 8-year contract extension is finalized, we can expect him to be mentioned among the greats in Maple Leafs history. Now, is Marner worth the investment? Historically, many fans and hockey experts have raised concerns about the Maple Leafs' ability to build a complete roster with the hefty contracts handed out to star players, including Marner. Critics mocked the arrogance of management, led by former GM Kyle Dubas, believing they could succeed with so much cap space tied up in just a few stars. However, as this season has unfolded, it's become clear that the return on investment for Marner, Matthews, Tavares, and Nylander is paying off. This is especially true for Marner. With Tavares in the final year of his high cap contract and the team aiming for future success, it's tough to argue that Marner's extension won't be worth every dollar. As the Maple Leafs seek to bolster their playoff push and create a window for championship contention, securing a player like Marner for the long term should be a top priority. Marner is a future star for the Maple Leafs. It's easy to get lost in the numbers, but at the end of the day, Marner makes everyone around him better. His game-changing ability, work ethic, and leadership can turn the tide of a game. As the Maple Leafs continue their pursuit of a Stanley Cup, locking Marner into a long-term deal will be crucial for their success. He has been a vital part of the team for seasons, and his influence will only grow if the franchise can keep him. Given the elite talent on the roster, adjustments on the edges should enable Toronto to make deep playoff runs in the coming years. If there's ever been a player who's shown he deserves to be paid, it's Mitch Marner. His current contract may have been questioned at times, but there's no doubt his next one will be well-deserved. Whether you're a fan or not, the Maple Leafs are lucky to have him. His skill, leadership, and consistency will make him a franchise player for years to come. As the Maple Leafs set their sights on the playoffs and beyond, it's becoming increasingly clear that Marner deserves every penny of his upcoming contract extension. His contributions on the ice make him an invaluable asset to the team. With Toronto's core remaining strong and ready for a playoff run this season, he will undoubtedly be a key piece in their quest for the Stanley Cup. Now the franchise's task is to ensure he remains a Maple Leaf for the long term. Can they pull it off? And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on all things Maple Leafs. And make sure to activate that notification bell to get all the latest updates.